With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Baltimore Ravens. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out, powering his way forward. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The NFL's second leading rusher in 2022. Here's Derrick Henry. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Oh, the motion comes too late, and this is going to be a delay. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hit 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. Just their first in this half. We'll step aside and come right back. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. Play action. It's Jackson. And this one is incomplete.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
That's pulled in at the 32. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. They run with the All-Pro from a couple of years ago, Jonathan Taylor. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, look at this Baltimore defense.
They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes. See if they can...
That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. his second touchdown on the season.
And the Colts are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Deontay Hardy.
It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Ravens. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he returns this to the 22.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And the momentum just continuing to build and build for them. They had the touchdown, their last drive to tie the game. Now their defense does its job, and Charles, all of a sudden, they've got a chance to capture the lead here.
And we're seeing a really nice exhibition of what coaches love to call complementary football. Offense gets a tie, defense does its job, gets the ball right back, and their teammates now have momentum. What a nice job they're doing, all doing it together.
And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. First quarter, and we see that play. I like their style.
3rd and long for Richardson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
A pretty good looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Second down, another run with Taylor.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10. And the Colts first down.
Richardson to throw off play action.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
When you look at this defense,
they enter play here, number 11, just outside the top 10 in the league in stopping the run.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stuffed him for no gain.
now a 2nd and 10. Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
He's got his target. That's complete.
Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Colts have taken the lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. On the return, Deontay Hardy. Now Hardy on the return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
No, we changed it.
Throwing is Jackson.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. The Ravens at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They thought they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room, but they do have to start winning some games.
And Jackson throwing once more.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry.
Now inside the 25.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, his first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Ravens are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone.
And running with power here.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Let's go now.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Come on.
2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Richardson.
He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
He's going to try and go deep again. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Colts. A great effort there. 81 yards. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league. And another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all, but right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. And that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get it out just short of the 45 44. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
On to quit.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And this is going to be pulled in by the tight end Andrews. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
DC, ready?
Here's Jackson to throw.
And this one too low.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. And another timeout taken by the Colts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Dirty.
Now it's Jackson.
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Sly on for the extra point.
And oh, it's wide right. No good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
They go play action with Richardson.
Complete. This is Mitchell. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Richardson out of the shotgun.
Escaping the pressure right.
Looking for Pearson. He's got him. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Alec Pierce.
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Colts will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Ravens 14. Matt Gay to kick off for the Colts.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
31-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
He's going to air one out. And it's intercepted.
And the Ravens are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Henry out of the pistol.
63 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards.
that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
They go play action now. Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Jackson. That is caught, and they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 36. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. To throw again is Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And the Colts are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Richardson off the play fake.
He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown. A big play there. His third touchdown of the game. And
And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, Henry. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Final minute now of the third quarter.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Jackson going to change things up a bit.
They'll look to throw again.
This will go to Henry out wide. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 24-yard line.
That's another Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
To throw is Jackson.
And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up second down.
Brings up second and 7 at the Colts' 21-yard line.
Again, Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It'll be first and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So second and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. Jackson now. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete.
There's Flowers. He's got it. Touchdown, Ravens. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Ravens get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense. And he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. Across midfield, Jonathan Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Jackson on first down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Second and 10. Here's Jackson again.
That's going deep for Bateman.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today.
And the Colts will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day three corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
125 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Again, it's Taylor. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 18 more yards there and another first down. Running straight ahead, Taylor.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, first down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it?
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor
with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
And the Colts start to open this lead even wider here in the fourth. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. They're going to look to throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. Look at the big fella go. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead drops from 34 down to 27.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Let's go now.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain that time, but it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Here's Jackson. Complete. It's Henry.
He's got room to roam.
And in for the Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Ravens get a bit closer. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone.
Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2.
They'll try and throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down and 6. They run once more with Taylor.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, here's Taylor.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
169 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Oweh, one of the most gifted athletes coming off the edge in the AFC. The key for him, translating that athletic ability into consistent production. Hasn't quite unlocked it all yet. Only 3 sacks last season, but the potential is immense.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a third and long. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. The Colts unable to convert here on fourth down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear a peep of protest out of them. That's just who they are.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities, and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for Indianapolis, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gault.